As you can see, I'm just back from the Spirit Halloween store, and so today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing two of their animatronic products. First up is the Hauntress, which I believe came out last year, 2020. And second, this one, Henry Hustle, which is brand new to their lineup for this year, 2021. So I'm going to open these up and see how good these products actually are. Okay, first up is the Hauntress, and you'll have to forgive me if I chop my head off while we do this, but that's the best way to sort of fit everything in frame as I open this up and see what it looks like inside the box. It looks like we just slide out of the box. So inside the box we have some poles, we have some cloth, and we have some mechanical parts along with instructions for putting everything together. So I'm going to do that now and we'll see how easy it is to put together. Usually these spirit things aren't too much trouble and hopefully it works well, so we'll see what it looks like. Well, I'm just getting started and so far everything seems pretty easy. The one thing I do notice is you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, which is not included, in order to put this together. Not a big deal, but just one thing that you ought to be ready for. Well, here she is, all put together. I think it looks pretty good. I did have a couple of notes from the assembly. I mentioned before you do need the Phillips head screwdriver. Probably want a pair of scissors as well. Overall though, everything went together pretty easily. I think it looks pretty good. I like that this is actually cloth rather than just some piece of plastic draped over it. Putting the costume on was a bit of a pain in the ass. It was like trying to dress a inanimate toddler who didn't particularly want to cooperate, but once it's on I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with the overall appearance of the prop. Now it's just time to see how it functions. One word of warning, they provide this bag to use as a sandbag. They suggest putting at least 20 pounds of sand in this and putting this on the base of the prop so that the whole thing doesn't tip over. Now I haven't done that yet because I don't happen to have 20 pounds of sand lying around. Who would have thought? But until I do that, I can just stand on the other end, make sure that it doesn't fall over, but we can still see what it looks like. So I'm going to slide over here and we'll do that now. So I'm pretty happy with this. One thing I particularly like is you can arrange it so that it'll pop out to either side. So depending on your setup, it can either go this way or this way. That I wasn't sure of, and I wasn't 100% sure I was going to like it because the place I have in mind for the Hauntress needs to pop out the other direction from the one that I saw in the store. But I'm happy that it goes either way, so I am thrilled with this little purchase. Alright, now that the Hauntress is done, let's try Henry Hustle. He's the new one from this year, and I have a feeling he might be one of the highlights of the year. Let's open it up and find out. And there he is. Nice clown head here. Lots of other stuff. Clown shoes. This is going to take me a while. I might check in as I go, or I might just check in at the end, depending on how things progress. But I'm going to get started putting this together and see how it all works. And there's Henry Hustle, all finished up, and I think he looks pretty good. Looks like a great clown doing a card trick. Putting him together was also fairly easy. He was a little bit more involved than the Hauntress, but actually the costume went on a little bit easier for the most part. You will once again need a Phillips head screwdriver, but otherwise it comes with everything you need to put Henry Hustle together. So I'm reasonably happy with the way he came out. And I should also point out both of these animatronics have infrared sensors, so you can have them operated by motion detector, which is how I have them set up now. You can also use a remote control or a step pad, so there are lots of ways to control these. Right now I have just the infrared sensor, so I just need to make some motion that'll set him off, and you can see what Henry Hustle actually does.
Time for a trick! Remember this card. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
And he actually has a couple of different phrases as well.
Step right up and pick a card. It seems you've picked the card of death.
And so there you have it, 2 excellent animatronics from the Spirit Halloween store. The Hauntress is a nice little jump scare for maybe an outdoor walkway, and Henry Hustle, well, as a magician, I couldn't resist. He's a haunted clown doing a scary card trick. That's perfect for me, so I am more than happy to welcome both of these into my home haunt this year. Now, as you might imagine, I have some work cut out for me, finding a place for these, getting them all set up and ready to go for Halloween. So I'm going to sign off. So until next time, take care and stay scared.